organizational meeting of the Board of Education. I'd like to start by introducing our new board members and having them take their oath. So if we could do that, I thought maybe perhaps we could do it here in the center so I could snap a picture. Be lovely. Lori's going to do that. So our new board members.
I'll get out of the picture.
I think this is probably the easiest way to get in.
Wow, when you guys don't want a high school kid here,
I can do it.
you don't want them here. You just kick their chair
Oh,
out.
that's okay. This is they're old. I don't need to be in the.
Oh,
Very long people. Oh, sorry.
No. First.
If we go alphabetically? Yeah.
Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, David Bowman,
Having been elected to the office of the Manitowoc Public School District Board of Education,
having been elected to the office of the Manitowoc Public School District Board of Education,
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Wisconsin,
and the state of Wisconsin,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
as a Board of Education member
as a Board of Education member
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Thank you.
I, Ann Holson,
Having been elected to the office of Manitowoc Public School District Board of Education,
having been elected to the Manitowoc Public School District Board of Education,
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Wisconsin,
and the state of Wisconsin,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
as a Board of Education member
as a Board of Education member
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
State your name.
I, Mary Lofi Blahnik,
Having been elected to the office of the Manitowoc Public School District Board of Education,
having been elected to the Manitowoc Public School District Board of Education,
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Wisconsin,
and the state of Wisconsin,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
as a Board of Education member
as a Board of Education member
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
to the best of my ability, so help me God.
All of you together? Lori, go ahead. You swore them in, so it's part of the moment. It's just part of the moment.
Somebody give them an A.
All right, on the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Pick the same note.
Awesome.
That's a little sharp.
That is the first time anybody has said I'm a little sharp. Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well, it's an action.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
We'll get to you.
You were going to sit on it? So officially call the reorganizational meeting of the Board of Education to order, and we'll do the roll first.
As soon as you have
Sorry. Christopher Abel,
Here.
David Bowman,
Here.
Viv Hansen,
Here.
Ann Holson,
Here.
Mary Lofi Blahnik,
Here.
Keith Shaw,
Here.
Carrie Trask. Thank you.
Now for the organizational meeting portion. The first portion is election of the board offices of president, vice president, clerk, and treasurer. The Board of Education, any Board of Education member may nominate any other Board of Education member for any of the officers' positions. So we'll begin by declaring that nominations are now open for the office of president. Mr. Abel?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Tennyson, Superintendent. I would like to, although it's a little out of form here, I would like to propose a full slate of Mr. Hanson for president, Mr. Shaw for vice president, and Mr. Tass for treasurer. Want to be clear, while I move that, it in no way prevents anybody else from moving anybody for any other positions. It doesn't preclude it at all.
Okay, thank you. So there are nominations.
Second the motion.
Okay. There doesn't need to be a second for the nomination, so that also will leave it open, and I now say for a second time, are there other nominations? Now, this time I'm going to change it to say, since we have a nomination for the office of president, vice president, and treasurer, I will now basically say, are there any other nominations for president, vice president, and treasurer? I have to say it 3 times, so I'm going to do it again. Are there any other nominations for president, vice president, or treasurer? And the 3rd time, are there any other nominations for president, vice president, or treasurer? All right, seeing none,
Move to cast a unanimous ballot.
there's been a motion to cast a unanimous ballot for the slate of officers. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Mr. Shaw. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Congratulations to the officers. All right, I don't know, we have to play, we have to play.
You're okay. I just got to get out of the
Okay.
spot.
Yep.
I'm
We
sure.
could, we just could adjourn.
To do the,
Oh,
Perfect seats.
oh, here are the script for you. It's good. There you go. Great.
Take the gavel.
So then it's just. Okay.
It's the vice president's spot.
Do we have to sit up there?
Well, that's something we could talk about.
Yeah.
Let's get through this and then.
Okay.
talk about that. So I need a nomination for the board secretary. This is the person who takes the minutes and does it well and usually works within the board office somewhere. So I would look for a motion to choose our secretary.
I make a motion to approve Larry Brown as board secretary.
Second. I have a second from David Bowman. Any other nominations? Other nominations? No. Other nominations? All right, all those in favor of Ms. Brown as the board secretary, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, say nay. Congratulations, Lori. The deputy treasurer position, we will not be naming a specific person because Ken comes in and substitutes. It's usually the business manager. So what we will do is look for a nomination for the
Director of Business.
director of business to be the board treasurer at this time. Do I have
So
a
moved.
motion by Mr. Abel? Do I have a second?
Second.
Ms. Holzen, second. Any other nominations? Seeing none, hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. And congratulations to that person. It could be Ken, and it will be whoever substitutes for him. Before we adjourn, we had talked a little bit before the meeting about where you want to sit. Okay, and
Major decision.
in the past, new board members kind of were together just because old board members left. And if you would rather sit like just intermingled between each other, we're not going to have any of the other officers up here. So any place that you want to do, Mr. Bowman, I'm giving you the first shot because you're the first one there.
I'll arm wrestle you for, I don't care. It's fine. This is perfect for me.
That's good?
I am fine where I am.
You're good?
Same.
You're saying? I'm moving. No.
I'm not trying to cause trouble.
Yeah.
It's just in my nature. If we're not going to have assigned seats, that means I don't have to sit here every time. I could change it sometimes.
You would be in that seat forever. So if you would like something else, you may choose it. Since you have seniority, if you would like to move one of the new people, you could.
Nah, I would rather just have my recliner at home. That's what I'll say.
Mr. Shaw
I'll stay right here.
and our student representative will be.
That's why I like this spot.
It's always good to be near the students, good kids. All right,
They straighten me out.
we need a motion to adjourn and then we can go to our regular meeting.
So moved.
Do I have a second to adjourn? Mr. Abel, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. And we will move on to the regular meeting.
6 p.m. or immediately following the organizational meeting.
So we can start.
Yeah.
Okay. Groovy.
Yep.
There isn't. It's nice to see you can just watch, look at the agenda. It's up to you.
It's like both of them. Spell it, just without the T. That's CHWARC. Now, don't think you get a whole table. You understand, share this table. Oh, yeah. To give some of the state. Yeah, you can.
Here too, because we're the ones that drink coffee.
Yeah.
You know it.
We'll just put the thing over
Put the
there.
coffee pot right here.
Move it over here.
We can plug one in. It's not a classroom, we can do that. Thank you.
We're good? Mr. Trask is,
Yeah,
Dr. Trask?
may I mention something before we start?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Trask, I spoke with him the other day. He did want to send along his congratulations and his regrets that he couldn't be here, but it was a trip that he had planned when he thought this meeting was taking place a week earlier. He did not know that the way the calendar worked this year, it had to be the very last week. So he just wanted to say that he regrets that he couldn't be here, see you guys sworn in, and he will be back next time. Thank you.
Okay. What I will do is call the special regular board meeting to order. At this time, and the first thing we do is the pledge of allegiance. Please rise and join us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'm not sure if sign into board book is anything official or it's
No.
just log onto your
Yep.
computer. And Lori, if you take the roll.
Christopher Abel,
Here,
David Bowman,
Here.
Vic Hansen,
Here.
Ann Holson. Here. Mary Wolfe Blahnik.
Here.
Keith Shaw.
Here.
And Carrie Trask. Thank you.
First order of business is the unfinished business from the last meeting. And we have two items on the table. Both of them they're related. Both are the salary increases of 2.9% consumer price index. And I think the new board members had a meeting to explain what had happened there. So I would look for a motion to approve the 2.9 salary increase for the teacher salaries for 25-26.
so moved.
Second.
I have a motion from Mr. Abel and a second from Mr. Shaw. Any questions on that? Questions, discussion? Hearing seen none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. And I will look now for a motion for the administrators of that same 2.9% increase. And support staff, yes.
I have a question.
All other staff.
All other staff.
Okay.
Does that include directors?
Yes, yes. So do I have a motion for that? All administrators and others in the MPSD 2.9.
I will so move.
I have a motion by Mr. Abel. Do I have a second? Ms. Holson with the second. Any other discussion on that? Hearing seen none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. And
One
those
abstention.
increases are approved. Yes.
One abstention.
One abstention, yes.
Thank you, sir.
In new business, we were going to discuss the superintendent's contract. We will do that in closed session at the, towards the end of this meeting, and then hopefully come out of closed session and vote on that when we're back open, in open session at the end of the meeting. Other business. The committees. I have a rough idea of committees people would like to be on. If you would either email me or get a hold of me sometime tomorrow or early Thursday, I will formally put those together. If there are times that you cannot meet, please let me know that also in an email, like time of day that might be bad or days that are bad. And that the committee and the committee chairs will need to know that to set up meetings. There may be some changes because of the makeup of the committees. But let me know that by Thursday morning, and then we will assign committees. Yes,
And you're Hanson P.
that's in P,
Yes, I know that.
yes. As far as those committees, just a note on the committees, what I would like to do at the next meeting is adopt Robert's Rules of Order to run all of our meetings and our committees. Last year was our first year of using committees after a period of just doing everything committee of the whole. So it was a good year to get going. I would like to make a few little changes just so you know ahead of time that when a committee meets, there's 3 people on that committee. There's 7 people on this board. So in the past, we've brought back things that were defeated in committee. If the vote was 2-1 in that committee, we would bring them back to the board for a full vote. Even if it goes, 3-0, or 0-3, I would bring it back and let the board have a say on the issue, whatever it was. Because again, we're a small board and that committee is only 3 of the 7. It's not a majority. That's how we've done it. And the other thing I think that we will change this year is if your committee has 3 people there, the president will not vote. Last year, the president did. That's part of the rules that we used. There's no need for the president to vote if all committee members are there. If somebody's missing, the president is a member of that committee. He's a member, he or she is a member of any committee. So they would be voting if somebody's missing. And when you have a committee meeting, anybody on the board may sit in on it, and any board member is welcome to speak at a committee meeting. But we'll look for that adoption at the next meeting, the Robert's Rules Board. Okay, moving on. Establishment of the CISA 7 rep. I currently do that, and if it's okay, I'll just stay on. I've been doing it a year and building some bridges there, and it's 1 meeting a month, but it's fun to drive to Green Bay. WASB representative for 2025 and the rest of 25 and 26. Dr. Trask has done that in the past.
No, I was just going to nominate Dr. Trask. He's done it the last couple of years. He's very responsible. I was with him at the convention this year. He's well respected in that convention delegate. He knows what he's doing. He's formed some significant associations in there, and he enjoys it. So I nominate him to be our representative at the delegate assembly.
Do we have a second for Dr. Trask? Ann with a second. Any other discussion? Any other nominations to be a WASB rep? Any others? Any others? Seeing none, all those in favor of Dr. Trask, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. There's many opportunities with the Wisconsin Association of School Board meetings and conferences to go to their.
Anybody can go.
Anybody can go. He is just a rep that will go
It's
to
good.
meetings. and vote for us. Remarks of the board president? Oh.
You need a delegate.
We need a-
Delegate?
Yeah, we need
One
a,
alternate.
One alternate,
For
okay,
Carrie,
sorry.
yeah.
First time. Christmas Day. All right, so do we have somebody interested in being the alternate? to
I
that?
served last year. I'll do it again if nobody else wants it. but-
I'd actually be interested in doing that.
Yeah, okay.
We have a-
Mr. Hanson,
yes.
can I also just, in terms of, there are, as Mr. Hanson pointed out, there are multiple opportunities with WASB for conferences that are regional and some meetings that are regional. The state convention, though, is typically in January, like I think that third week. It's really a great opportunity to not only get a chance to network with other districts. So if kind of thinking ahead on your calendar, if you can make yourself available, it's certainly a great opportunity for everyone if they can make it.
So Mr. Bowman is interested? Do we have a motion?
That's fine.
We have a motion. Do I have a second?
You put up quite the fight.
Second for Mr. Bowman? Means Olson with the second. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Congratulations, David. Remarks of the board president. I hope to do half as well as Mr. Abel did in the last term. One of my goals is to try to get to the point where maybe those special meetings at the end of the month don't have to be every month and we can get everything done in a good meeting. Sometimes it gets to be a long night, 2 meetings, but we'll try to get things done and get them organized. As I said, last year was new with the committees, and this year it's going to be even smoother. So, future meeting dates. The Finance and Facilities Committee needs to meet May 8th,
It's changed to May 8th, that's correct.
okay? And Keith, do you usually meet at 5 o'clock in the afternoon? Okay, so keep that in mind when you're trying to decide things you want to be on or be part of. We'll make that decision. But if you're in that committee, it will be May 8th for sure at 5 o'clock. The next regular board meeting is the 13th at 6 o'clock. The other committees, curriculum, instruction, personnel, those will be determined by people who show interest for it. Quarter century retirement celebration is May 28th at the Capitol Civic Center. It's pretty cool to see people that have been working here for 25 years and all the older veterans are invited also. So it's good to see that recognition for people who put in a lot of time and energy for the kids. And that's at the Capitol on the 28th. What do you got?
Yeah, so also just with the other committees, so typically these standing committees will work through items that are meant for those committees and then go to the board for full board consideration. And so typically what we've been trying to do is run those committees, and certainly it's up to the committees when they pick their days and their times, but we try to run them the same each month so that it can just be penciled in for everyone. And then in addition to that, typically it's best if they could take place either that fourth or first week, because our regular meetings are the second, and those items are much fresher in everyone's mind if they go through it. It's worked out pretty well to do that for the last year, if that's possible. And obviously, if we need more than one committee a month, we can do that, but we've been surviving with one.
Any questions on that? Most of our committee meetings have been at 3:30 or later, so just kind of keep that in mind. Now, before we go to the closed session, yes,
May I add one thing under your future
Yes.
dates?
yes.
I was saving it so that we're chronological. I had received an email from Jackson about I'm trying to get the right name of it, Family Reading Night that's coming up on May 29th, but I was waiting until y'all had your emails so that I could copy it out to everybody rather than send it to half the board and then forget. So now that you've all got them, I'll send that out tomorrow morning to you so you can see it and you can let them know.
And if you're interested, they're looking for readers.
Yeah.
So if
It's
you're
all
a
in
board
there.
member and you'd like to read, that'd be kind of cool. All right. And if it's okay with the board, I'm just asking this, nobody's approached me, but I did notice some people came in later, and would it be okay if they snapped a picture of the new board member as a family before we go closed session? Is that okay with the board? Just not-
Bring a table up here so they don't have to get up.
That's that village that I mentioned.
Family's important, so let's go ahead.
Yes.
Bring on down. This was a good spot for you, Miles.
I'm reading.
You can take it.
Yeah.
I can take it.
Sure.
And like, nothing like embarrassing. I'm not sure how red I am.
We do.
Picture in the back, or stand in the back.
It's at 6.
Thank you, Bill.
Maybe we're just like bring it all.
Good shape.
There we go.
My own restroom got ripped apart by the wind and the rain in there, sir.
All right, on the count of 3.
Sign.
1, 2, 3. Took a few. Thank you.
And all 4 former MPSD teachers are.
Yeah, you bet.
You're the guy. Good seeing you.
How are you? Good to see you.
Good seeing you too.
Thank you all for your indulgence.
Getting a cup of coffee? That's what family's for.
Thank you.
This time, the board will vote to convene in a closed session for the purpose of considering the employment, promotion, compensation, performance evaluation data of any public employee over the governmental body that this governmental body has jurisdiction of or exercises responsibility for. This meeting is pursuant to 19.85(1)(c) of the Wisconsin statutes, and we will be discussing superintendent contracts, so it requires a roll call vote. Ms. Brown, if you could help us with that. I need a motion to go into closed session.
So moved.
Mr. Abel, Mr. Bowman with the second.
Alphabetical order.
Christopher Abel,
Aye.
David Bowman,
Aye.
Vip Hansen,
Aye.
Dan Holson,
Aye.
Mary Lofi Blahnik,
Aye.
Keith Shaw.
Bye.
Thank you.
So we are in closed session, so I'm sorry you have to leave. If you're not.
Thank you.
You got your picture. Yeah.
Not an e-bike.
I bet it's almost the same torque.
Almost. You good? Okay, we're back in open session. Do I have a motion on the administrator contract for MPSD for the new superintendent? To increase the, to reword it and do it.
Just as a contract.
Yeah, just to accept the contract.
Move to approve the contract as agreed.
Second.
Move to approve, second from Mr. Shaw. Any other discussion? Questions?
Could I clarify one thing? In my motion where I said move to approve the contract as agreed, I meant agreed by the parties, not by this body. You do that when you vote. I only meant as agreed with the contract that the interim superintendent and I put together. Thank you. Just to clarify.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. And congratulations, Mr. Superintendent.
Congratulations, Nick.
Now, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
Mr. President, just
Yes.
before, you mentioned a thank you to Chris, but I too would like to just say that in open session. Thank you for an outstanding job as president of this board. It has been an interesting year. It has been a year of successes and challenges, and many, many things have been accomplished for the benefit of the Manitowoc Public School District, our kids, our family, the entire board. So thank you for your leadership, and thank you for all the time and effort you put into it.
Thank you.
You bet.
Very nice.
Thank you. All right. Now do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Mr. Bowman.
I saw you looking at me, sir.
I saw it, Mr. President, trying to help you out here.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Thank you, guys. See you in a couple of weeks. Remember to contact me about committees.
Sorry, I didn't.